It's like 6:30 in the morning. We were doing a drone flight with Professor Sarvis, and Professor Pettigrew and Professor Corellis just wander off. And after we finish, Professor Corellis and Professor Pettigrew come back, and Professor Corellis has this massive ear-to-ear smile on his face, and he goes, "We found it."
We were on the ground for probably 2.5 weeks in the Corinthia, living and working in the region and going out doing drone photography of the area as part of a broader study of the landscape. And then on the other hand, we were using a map to identify places of early 19th century date that could be contemporary with the colony.
It's this balance of presenting what we find, warts and all, with all of the good and the bad attached, while also trying our best as people not to let our biases slip in.
America in 1829 is a very isolated place. It's just won its independence. It doesn't have much of a global presence. So we're excited to share with the general public that there was this kind of ground-up swelling of support for something that happened very far away across over the Mediterranean, funded entirely by citizens without the government, without the military, without any other kind of super agency, and having it succeed and in some way kind of provide a model for later engagements.
There's a story here of the Greeks were suffering, but American coming across a problem and wanting to fix it. And this is a theme we see all over history. And sometimes people believe that the American intervention fixed it, and other times people believe that it just kind of messed everything up more. So there's this really careful balance that us as historians need to take when presenting this information, of not feeding into either of those preconceived notions and just presenting the facts and letting other people make their own informed opinions from what we put forward.